Hey everyone, this is 715 and Luminous coming you guys with a pro to the commentary. Today we're casting Panda and LGD. Let's unpause in 3, 2, 1, go. Panda on Sentinel, LGD on Scourge. Panda is one of those new teams being formed up, and they have pretty couple interesting players. 715, how are you doing today? And maybe you could tell us a little bit about Panda, because I'm not too familiar with that team.
Okay, I'm doing well, except for the part that I just felt bad when I looked into the mirror. I was like, oh fuck, it's time to shave again. But
Cool story,
whatever.
bro.
I don't care what other people think about me. So no, actually I do, and I'm just introducing the Panda players right now with my pro Chinese. We have Panda Mu, we have Panda Pen Pen, we have Panda Yao Bai, and well, we have Heo, who is one of my favorite players. He's, you know, that guy from Tyloo. He's really cool. And we have Hiabusa. I don't know.
Fucking
That's not
impeccable
a
Chinese right here. If you ever want
yes.
Chinese lessons, don't ask me. Ask the German.
Yeah, ask the German, and I can tell you that the cup is Songbao. Songbao.
Okay, for real, this is Zongbao Cup, okay? The player is Mu, Pan Pan, what was that? Yao Bai, Hao, and this is, yeah, Haibusa, that's good enough for me. Okay, but back in the picks, right? That's Chinese lesson already. Man, we gotta do like a international language commentary. I think a whole bunch of people are asking for like a Bulgarian commentary. I think I'll have to do that one day. But today we're gonna stick with English. So
Yes, an exception.
next section. Alright, Panda on Sentinel, LGD on Scourge. Bans are already done. Shaker making the ban list once again. I might have to make an update on that hero tier list because guy is getting first ban all the time. I'm so confused, but I think I asked you before, and that's saying that how Shaker is really good for dual lane metagame, and that's what we're in right now. So that's the ban. Clock's getting banned already as well. And still no ancient apparition being picked up, but we have a Windrunner, a Venge, and a Beastmaster.
Yes, I really like how Panda is going straight into aggression right now with a Beastmaster and Venge pick that's like, hey guys, we're ganking you, where you at? And well, LGD is doing that standard Windrunner first pick for many reasons. A good first pick. Windrunner, I mean, been talking about the hero so much. Great against pushes, great for ganks, great to solo. Just overall versatile imba hero.
Yes, also very strong in laning as well. You could put them in mid, put them in long lane, put them in tri lane. Whatever she does, whatever you want her to do, she could do it. Except maybe jungle. I don't know about jungling. But there's an Ancient Apparition pick. And the reason that we don't see Ancient Apparition being snatched up the first pick is because it requires setup. Like, if you don't have a clock, if you don't have some black hole or a Darksayer we've seen in the past, we have a Fairy Dragon seen in the past. If you don't have those setups, that Ancient Apparition Ice Blast, even though it's a devastating ult on paper, there might be better heroes for a team fight or for a counter pushing than the Ancient Apparition. But seeing that LGD is picking the A, I'm guessing they're a little bit more team fight oriented, considering that this hero is not that good for anything else. He doesn't gank that well, he doesn't, like, yeah. He's just a team fight machine. So let's see if the Scourge team is going to be going for the team fight. Sentinel, meanwhile, going for some early aggression, like you said, even in the gank. But now we have the Lycanthrope. And the reason I like how they're coupling the early aggression with the Lycanthrope is if you could control the game very well, especially with Lycan and the Medallion Courage, you could sneak a Roche very easily, especially if you have Hawks.
Oh hell, yeah. I don't only like that rush sneaking. I also like that auras. Like
Yes.
those are fucking power auras. Like Venge, Beastmaster, and Lycan will pick up in early Vlads, and the whole for the whole team also. That's just freaking insane damage for everyone.
And you know that the Medallion Courage is gonna pick up via Lycan if they even manage to get up a Django. Like, man, this is gonna be crazy stuff. But looks like both teams is gonna be banning all the AoE stuff, so that's gonna be a question. Now there's always an interesting aspect of Lycan versus AA. To me, they're both okay against each other because the cold feet forces Lycan to run around, But the Lycan has 522 movement speed, so he can run around. So it's just an interesting thing to talk about, because if you don't do enough damage with the Lycan and you have to stay in one place for a long time, the Kofi is gonna hurt you. But if you could kill everyone in 2 hits, like, it doesn't matter. You're gonna kill him before the Kofi even procs. You're on your next target already. So that's the interesting thing I want to point out. But we do see a Pugna ban as well. So I'm a little bit confused what LG is trying to pick
Are
into
you?
right now. Yes, I am.
I'm actually not, because the Enigma ban on Panda is not really surprising. They have their anti-BKB heroes. They have 2 of them, maybe even 3, because Lycan is an anti-BKB hero in terms of just doing so much damage and he just doesn't care. BM and Venge obviously good against BKB, so they have themselves the Lycan, who is a BKB hero, so they obviously want to get rid of that Enigma, so nobody may stop the Lycan. On the other hand, the Pugna ban doesn't surprise me too much, actually, because I see LGD going into team fight right now, as you said earlier. So they're probably heroes that will they want to ban the Pug, because a Pug and a Lycan is horrible to play against, because you already have problems running away from the Lycan, and the Pug will make it even worse, way worse, because you can't move at all.
No, so
And
I was surprised that LGD banned the Puck. They could have picked it up themselves. Would have been good
oh
against the
no,
Lycan, and also would have been good for setting up the Ancient Aberration. No, so I was
I don't think so,
no.
because no, I don't think a Pug because the silence wouldn't have any weight here.
That's true.
So
The nuke wouldn't matter, but if you drop a Dream Coil, you allow your team to run. So that's at least that's what I'm thinking. If they need to use it defensively,
I think they would like damage.
that is completely true as well. The Ancient Aberration, not the most CPS hero. They are gonna pick up AA plus Veno, and that's a pretty DPS AOE combo if they do manage to land it, and that's gonna be a big question, because as we all know, Chinese positioning is so damn good. A lot of times, like AA Blast is not gonna hit more than 2 or 3. AAO is not the Veno O is not gonna hit more than 2 and 3. But they're gonna pick up a tie here, so going all out team fight, and whether that's gonna be enough against this lineup, because I think if the Lycan runs straight at you with the BKB turned on, what do you do as Scourge? Nothing. You're fucked, right? That's
Well,
how I see it, at least, because. And also they're gonna have good follow up. They have the Venge swap to follow up. They probably have a Blink Lycan, if Blink, excuse me, Beastmaster. Blink Lycan would be scary, but a Blink Beastmaster, and they also have a Blink Lion, so it can be done like this. So Panda actually looking very, very good against LGD, in my opinion, right now.
yes, it's true that they are looking good for sure, but it's true that he can't do too much against the Lycan, but I also feel like there are more weak heroes on the Sentinel right now, because the Venge and the Lion, and also maybe eventually the Beastmaster, depending on how his early game goes, they will fall to all those team fight in the Sentinel very soon. I also feel like and the Scourge, sorry, I also feel like Scourge has the right lineup to go for this 4-in-1 strategy with a Broodmother just farming, because they have this absolutely huge teamfight heroes for that, and I also think if they're going to if the Ancient Operation enough farm, there are no easy targets to focus for the Sentinel.
Well, it depends. I think Venomancer is going to be a support, so that could be a very easy target. In the last game we casted, we saw that the Impeccable swap into Hex, so if they could pick up the Venomancer before his ult, that wouldn't be a bad idea. But the thing is, up against a Tide, it makes all the initiation hard, because I mean, do you want to take a Ravage and have your whole team disable, and you know that Venomancer and the AA Blast is going to come in? So yes, you're completely right. The team fight capability all on the Scourge side right now, and I mean, this game could go either way. If the Sentinel early aggression does not pay off, I think the team fight will be will be able to carry LGD to victory. But if LGD has a improper laning where the Venomancer doesn't get fat enough, or the Ancient Aberration doesn't get fat enough, then they might have some trouble going into the mid game as well. So we will just have to wait and see. It looks like we have Ancient Aberration going to mid solo lane, Broodmother going on the top standard, and we're gonna have a Trialing Windrunner, plus a Venomancer, plus that Gush on the Tidehunter. So quite a bit of single target DPS. They also have the Shackle Shot and the Power Shot to rely on as well. So that's quite a bit of a strong trialing. Meanwhile, on the Sentinel end, we have a Venge Lion. What is this, sir?
Venge Lion? What's wrong about it?
Well, interesting.
Lion soloing down Venge being a bit of a gank roam.
And I love what
I
this Tie
don't see any
Hunter
problem.
is doing with his illusion ring. Look at him being a boss blocking camps right now. Lycan says, WTF you doing, bro? Don't mess up my jungle. Meanwhile, the mid lane here.
Well,
What?
also interesting fact I don't want to miss is Weaver bought wards.
What?
Weaver bought wards.
Alright. Weaver bought wards. Okay. Why are they not? Okay, well, Venge bought chicken. So I suppose they want their Venge to have Venge bought wards and sentry wards and chicken. So that's very smart, and they have the Weaver to buy the wards, I suppose, because they realize that that's just a sign that their Lycan is their most important hero, and rightfully so. They know that the Weaver's not gonna get any farm anyways on the top lane, so hey, you know what? Why not? So the next time you're in a game, be like, oh, I'm carry. Don't ask me to buy wards. Oh, this is a game
You
that.
say, hey, Panda.
Hey, Panda, yo, where you at? Of course, now if Panda ends up losing the game, then we're gonna be like, oh man, this is why you never buy
Never
wards.
going to buy wards with a carry.
But mid lane here, we do see Beastmaster having a little bit of trouble. That's the second time I've seen him take that proc from the cold feet here. Unfortunately, this is having the observer on the wrong side of the slots, so we can't check creeps. So we're gonna have to check things like EXP, levels, positioning, and so far it seems like Beastmaster getting somewhat dominated at the mid lane.
Yes, and we actually have to do another checkbox, which is Luminous keeping me off from talking about that Weaver pick. I wanted to talk about it all the time actually, and
Go ahead, bro. You have the next 5 minutes.
I don't really like it. I really have to say I don't like that Weaver pick because I feel like there's a situation that could be created for the Sentinel if you have some if you think you're a player of the Sentinel right now. And then you would just be like, okay, there just can be a situation where the Scourge is going to push with 4 or 5 people, and you look at those heroes and you look at your heroes, and I would feel like I have a Weaver that is fucking useless. I would feel like I have already that weak Lion who has to be very careful going in, so you can't really use him for initiation because you'll just get fucked up completely. The Beastmaster can be your initiator, and you have your strong Lycan carry. But I totally don't feel like the Weaver is fitting in here at all. Don't you have that feeling?
I have the feeling, and I'm gonna completely agree with you. To me, Weaver against a teamfight based lineup is just bad because sure you might be able to survive that teamfight if you get tanky enough. You get the looks like very low HP is gonna die to that venomous Gale. Well done. I didn't expect him to die there, but yes, Weaver against teamfight lineup, sure, you might be able to survive it. If you have a Hood Vitality booster with time lapse, you're going to be fine. But what good does it do if you're fine and if your entire team eats that? Oh, what do you do as a Weaver after that? You run and you get the hell out because you're not going to be doing enough damage to kill everyone else during that teamfight. So that I see that he's going to have the trouble there. I think one of the reason that he was picked in this game is just to get that top solo because... I mean, who else Panda is going to pick for that top solo? Windrunner's done. Clock is banned. So, I mean, maybe that's why they just picked him for that lane. But, I mean, I'm not sure whether that's a good enough reason. Because he died at their top too, so I don't know.
Yes, and Weaver is actually one of the weak heroes against Broodmother. You will just... The Spiderlings will really, really rape you.
Yes.
Like, that's a big problem. And I also think what makes him... Well, generally, if you want to see, I need a good carry against a teamfight lineup. Then you'd usually say, okay, so I pick up a carry that carries a BKB as its natural core because, well, BKB good against teamfight, and that's what they should have done here. They should have, if they wanted another carry, they should have picked up another BKB carry, in my opinion.
Well, maybe they wanted a little bit because let's say if you pick what's another BKB carry you have in mind here? Because I mean, aside from Lycan, they already have that, which I mean, maybe they're. I think the Sentinel game plan right now is like, hey, we have really early aggressive lineup. Let's just win the early game, allow our Weaver just to farm like crazy, and hopefully win that way. Whether that's gonna be happening is a total different story. But I don't think lately we've been seeing a lot of BKB carry. We've been seeing Spectres. anti-mages who doesn't even go
Oh,
BKB.
Spectre is so imba
He
doesn't
doesn't
even
need
need the
BKB, of
BKBs.
course.
So is AM. So
Yeah.
is AM.
So I mean,
Especially.
when you think of a BKB carry, who
No.
make
Actually, I wouldn't have picked a BKB carry at all for that. But I was just saying, if you wanted to pick another carry, it should have been definitively a BKB carry. I wouldn't have been going into another carry at all in that situation.
I see,
It would have been something that helped me more for those team fights.
and
So maybe, let me think about it.
maybe it would
I'll
have been
tell
a
you.
puck, and then there would have been end up being a very strong ban for the Scourge. But I think we're getting a little
Yeah.
bit too dairy crafty here. Let's talk about the game in a bit, because I don't think we have been talking about it for the past 3-4 minutes. Let's look at how the Weaver's doing top. He's level 5. The Brewmother is level 6, so he's a single level ahead. I think the Weaver completely out of regen at this point. I would check his gold and check how much. He's got 800 gold, so he can go into a Ring of Health quite soon. Beastmaster not doing too bad in the mid lane. He did get a kill against Ancient Aberration. Now has a regen written in his bottle as well. We need to see this Beastmaster ganking very aggressively. He does have a TP scroll, which I love to see. His ult is a very quick cooldown, can counter gank very well with that long range of the war. I think he should be making a trip to the bot lane very soon in conjunction with that line. Also, closing in on 6, they could get a very easy kill on the Windrunner.
Maybe, but actually, I think they should concentrate on shutting down other heroes. I think especially the Venomancer carries a lot more responsibility for the Scourge team fight. So they should maybe try to shut down the Venomancer, maybe even gank the Tide, prevent him from getting level 6 anytime soon, since he's only level 4 right now. Or they could try to go, well, the AA has picked up level 7 already, so you want to prevent him from reaching level 11 next, but that's not really possible at this point or anything near interesting. And we see Beastmaster actually getting ganked, but he's going to be fine. He's not going to be frozen by cold feet, so no problem for him there.
Yeah, they're keeping his HP low, doing a little bit of harassment there. And you're completely right. It's just how do you gank that Venomancer in the jungle, as we see already a very low HP. Wow, there's an AI Blast. It's gonna graze the Panda Rexar, what are you doing? Okay, Venge is coming in. They are gonna get the kill there, and that's a very well done counter gank. And he's gonna just regen up with that bottle. The 8-minute rune is spawning soon. And here comes the Venomancer. Where's that Gale? Gale is not gonna be even casted. But I think what Scourge is doing is very smart. They are doing that Brewmother jungling with a support once again, and that's always lovely to see, to have supports in the jungle. You could gank very aggressively if you choose to do so. You get the level on those heroes, and again, that's just so important to have a fat enough Venomancer to tank the swap, to tank the whatever line is gonna throw at you, and still drop off that ult. So whether that's gonna be happening, we'll have to see, as we see a Venomancer picking an Invis rune and roaming to the mid lane.
Yeah, and actually the game, okay, it's a bit boring right now because there's not too much happening, but we should still have a look at what's maybe happening next, because we see the line. He has picked up his level 6. He doesn't have power treads yet, but the problem probably, or the question is, will he be? We see mid actually being ganked right now, and that guy's dead.
Yeah, Beastmaster definitely dead. Can summon birds before he dies, so he can microwave and scout for his team. Meanwhile, in top lane here, Weaver, so much pressure. But what were you saying? What is going to be happening soon in your eyes?
Right. I think here's a bit of a problem for the Sentinel lineup right now, because they depend on items a lot. Weaver is anyways is a hero that is, I feel like, usually not going to do much, then maybe carrying late, so don't expect any action from Weaver. Lycan needs his BKB, and his lads will just farm. So Venge and Lion could gank, but Lion, if you play Lion in mid, you usually farm until you have your dagger, and then you start moving. Maybe you TP before. And actually, I feel like the only guy that can take any action is the Beastmaster and the Venge. So we are only seeing 2-man ganks, and that is quite a needed thing to counter gank for the Scourge, because I feel like they have a lot more versatility because they don't rely on those items.
And we are going to see that 2-man gank going to top lane here. Bruce staying very safely behind his tower. At any moment he reveals himself, that is going to be the death of him. But the patience of Sentinel, Maybe running low. Here comes the Brood under the tower. There's a Sentry Ward, but that is not going to be enough. They needed Dust. That Broodmother moving so quickly under the web. They don't even get the tower deny us. We see the Broodling controls, or the Spiderling controls. The SMJ gets him the tower. So that was a load of fail, in my opinion. That was a lot of time wasted. That was a smoke wasted. The mid tower is going to go down in that regard because Beastmaster wasn't there. This game just got really hard. They might not seem like a lot, but they lost 2 towers. They did not get the gang on the Brood. ZSMJ already a third of his way to that Orchids, and he's spamming away against the Weaver. Weaver can't even control the lane, and they're just putting all their stuff on that one Lycan basket, and all their eggs in that Lycan basket. And I'm not too sure whether this Lycan will give them eggs.
I also feel like well, I'm sure it's Heo, man. It's Heo. He's absolutely cool, mega cool player. But the problem simply is that they will lose so many towers more before he gets close to his items. They'll at least lose the other tower on the bottom, so there will be 3 towers in disadvantage. Since Sentinel is really not able to push at the moment because the Scourge does have a teamfight lineup anyways, and Sentinel is only those 2 ganking heroes. So I really feel like Scourge, they have a lot of time right now to take action. They really have a lot of time. They can wait until they have time until the Lion Dagger and the Lycan BKB, and like right now they are saying where the game is going.
Yes, they are controlling the game, and the supports that needed to be ganked on the Scourge side are not getting ganked. In fact, there's a Venomancer level 6 having Arcane Boots. We have a TIE Hunter level 6. He has Arcane Boots and a Teleport Scroll, so he could be coming. They're going to go on the Windrun just to swap on. Well, they need a Finger of Death. They are going to cast on Windrun as casted, so she's going to be fine. A Teleport out from the line, and can he make it out alive? He is going to make it out into the fountain, but that Venge is going to be dead. Beastmaster coming in. There's a Ravage just to save his supports, but here comes the Lycan Wolves at 522 movement speed. They are going to roar, and they are going to claim this TIE Hunter as more of a pair of victory, but the Beastmaster will be going down as well. Meanwhile, Lycan working against the Venomancer, Wolf Form runs out, so he's going to be fine. Meanwhile, Asian Aberration doing quite a bit of right-click damage against the Beastmaster. Level 10 has set up 5 wand charge. He's going to go down as well. The Lycan has to get out. At the end of that team fight, we saw like I think a 4-for-2 exchange in favor of the Scourge team. Very well done here. And that's the teamfight power of the Scourge. Can't really do too much. Initiation was done on the Windrunner, but not enough DPS output from the Sentinel.
Oh, when we see look at top lane quickly, please.
Yes.
You see the Weaver doing a huge mistake. You should never ever use Swarm against Spiderlings if there's a good Brute player on the other team, because he will just let his Spiderlings attack the Swarm, and that's so freaking much gold.
It is 30 gold per Spiderling, and he definitely had maybe 6 or 7 there, so that was cha-ching for ZSMJ.
Yes.
And ZSMJ says, okay, closer to my Orchids. I think he has it right now. Let me check out his gold. He's filthy rich. He's got a tower. His team's, getting tower mid, and looks like he's going to get tower bot. He's got 2.5. And this looks like somewhat of a trump, whatever, a victory for LGD, easy victory for LGD, because they're doing everything correct, everything is going their way.
Yes.
And I don't see how Panda, like we said, they need items, but they can't even farm for the items right now.
Yes, it will all come down. We see the Lycan, he didn't even pick up boots yet. And I don't know, they desperately need that items on the Lycan, but I feel like Sentinel is just, as I said earlier, they're getting such a huge control of the game way before the Lycan has completed his item set. So all that teamfight power is going to make it even harder, because what do you want to do when you have your Lycan, you have the items on your Lycan? The first thing you want to do is fight, but then you realize I don't want to fight against that lineup because they have such a great teamfight lineup, and we have gankers.
Yes.
So,
and looks like they have,
I don't know,
failed.
Maybe not a good synergy within the Sentinel lineup itself.
Or maybe it was just a very smart picking for the Scourge, because they definitely kind of outpicked the Sentinel in that case. There was another failed gank attempt on the top lane here. They're going to transition it into a push, but whether that's going to be happening is another question. Windrunner already in position to defend. I'm sure everyone else would have TP. No, Venom has no TP. Okay. All right. So it's gonna be a 4v5 exchange. No, never mind. Lycan's on the bot lane. So very smart move by Lycan. No matter how this team fight's gonna go, Lycan can be pressure on the bot if he doesn't decide to buy TP. So just go, bro. Push. There's a swarm going against a TIE Hunter. TIE Hunter is gonna just whack him away for even more 30 gold. And finally, we have Lycan just whacking away. He does have the Vlad's finish. He does have the Medallion finish. So Tread's BKB is gonna be the next item. But yes, like I said, very smart move.
What a fake TP from this TIE Hunter.
Man.
Fake TPing to bottom lane.
That's noob. Should have been fake BKB to prevent a push. There's a Orchid's finish against the line, and that line be dead. There's a Blast line gonna be go down. Ravage comes in as well. Beastmaster in trouble. He's gonna go down. They did get the tower on the bot lane, and looks like Weaver's also dead. They did get the tower on the bot lane, but was it worth it? No.
No.
Not at all.
No, not at all. Brood getting golds, getting rich. Venomancer getting rich. Everyone's getting rich. Okay, Lycan is getting rich as well, but 1 rich against 5 richies, that's not enough.
That's not rich enough, man.
Venge not even boots. What's up there?
It's a little bit disappointing. It's a little bit disappointing. Sentinel cannot defend top right now. Broodmother. The thing with the Broodmother is once you pick up an Orchid, especially against like a Lion or Venge, if you send one guy in the lane right now, he will just ult you and Orchid you and you dead. And who's coming in right now? Beastmaster. So he's got to be very careful as well. So what you have to do against that, you have to send 2 or 3 in the lane. But if you send 2 or 3 in the lane, that means your teammates, CSMJ's teammates on the other side of the map, is going to have a huge advantage. So, I mean, this is somewhat of a lose-lose situation for the Sentinel. And there's a hood finish, though, on the Weaver, so that's great.
Yeah, hood finish still being useless in terms of stopping a push, apparently. And actually, what is very interesting, we see a Planeswalker cloak on the Broodmother, so no BKB?
Nah.
I guess,
well,
because usually I don't know, I usually don't buy a hood when I want to, or a Planeswalker when I want to go for a BKB, because it's not that good of a synergy.
I suppose.
I mean, you're magic immune, so
I guess.
why do you want to have your magic damage reduced?
There's a roar in the mid lane here, but Ice Blast is going to hit the line. Line's got to be very careful. Swarm's coming in as well, but just, again, feeding gold to enemy team. Weaver going very bravely. He's got to be very, very careful. Going to back it out there. But Cloak of Defiance, and what you said here is definitely true. Like, it's interesting, and we see the Scourge going for the Roshan. I think a reason that he might be skipping the BKB in this game is it's a 4K go item. It's gonna grant you magic immunity. But as I pull down the chart here, what is the primary source of Sentinel's DPS? It's all physical. The minus armor from the Venge, Medallion, the Swarm, of course the axes. You're only really blocking the stuns and the Finger of Death, and there is quite a bit of damage there. But I think Broodmother is confident enough that he could get a silence off to prevent himself from taking too much magical. So he might be going for a butterfly, which is going to give him so much armor, so much evasion, that he could pretty much ignore the physical damage coming in. So I think that might be his item set.
Yeah, well, also he maybe just wants to be. I mean, they're looking forward to finish this game, and maybe he just wants to be the guy in the front who is attacking the tower a bit, baiting out all those spells. And maybe he wants to be focused, and that's why he doesn't buy a BKB, because I don't really think they're going to focus a Broodmother in a 10 seconds BKB, especially when she got an Orchid, because she'll rather just lifesteal back everything the Lycan takes from her.
Yes,
So-
and I think actually having this Aegis is going to prove you correct. He is going to be up in front one way or another, just tanking the hits, doing the damage to the tower. And here we go. We have this mid push coming in, and what can Sentinel do about it? Lycan doing, again, the correcting. I like how even though Panda is so behind, they're at the very least making the right moves. They're going to push top, and he's going to have a teleport scroll to come back in. Does he have to go for the BKB? I don't think so, though. I don't think so. He's got 3,000 gold, so at the very least he could pick up a Ogre Axe and a Myrtle Hammer, but this team fight is going to be breaking out. Tower's at half HP right now. They're going to back off and spam up the wards. And these wards are not even getting destroyed. Sentinel even can't even get close enough. They lack the range too. They don't have a 600 range 600 range hero. Venge Weaver can't really take down those wards, so the wards doing quite a number on them as well. Aside from the line, though, the line's got to be very careful, though. Half HP is the tower. I think Scourge picking it with a lot of patience, because they know that they are an ultimate base team, so if they whiff a ult combo, then they can't come back for a bit. So they're going to take it slow. There's a Shackle Shot just for a little bit of harass. Still ZSMJ, he could be spamming his Spiderlings. He does so right there. And this is a fight for position, and no one team really want to commit in any case in point.
Yeah, and well, if you just randomly click on Sentinel and Scourge heroes, we realize one thing: there's so many more items on the Scourge right now. So, and actually now that they are backing off, they choose to farm up again, which is I don't know if this was the best decision, but I bet they had a good feeling for it. They brought the tower down to 500 HP, so it was quite a success being in that mid lane. Yeah, but I'm actually not too sure why they're retreating.
Yeah, I'm not too sure themselves, because they know that I mean, even though at this point they are stronger, but this game can turn around quite quickly if the Lycan end up to pick up his BKB, and he's very, very close right now. Let me check his exact gold. He's 200 gold away. The line dagger ship. No, the line doesn't have his dagger. What am I saying? The line is so far away from his dagger. But if he managed to farm his way up to a dagger, that can be somewhat game changing as well. If you gank the key heroes, so they gotta be very careful. I suppose he just TP back for that mid defense. For the top and bot defense, and looks like they're gonna go straight back for that bot lane. AA and the Weaver not really on that position right now. AA is still choosing defend bot. No, they're gonna just keep farming. So that's a very interesting. Maybe they're looking for Bruce's next big item.
Maybe they are also picking up Ghost Scepters. Like, I picked up a Ghost Scepter already. I am too lazy to check that goal, to be honest, but maybe some like Tidehunter or Venomancer are going to pick up a Ghost Scepter soon as well, and then the Lycan BKB is not going to help at all, because Lycan is their only weapon. In general, Lycan is what is the danger for the Scourge, but if everyone got the Ghost Scepter and you see, oh well, we could farm 3 minutes and get a Ghost Scepter on everyone, Lycan is not going to do anything.
AA Ice Blast is going to defend the mid lane. Roar goes on, but they can't really do anything as the Tidehunter is going to be TPing in, and that was a 2-man defense from a dude with a shark on his head and a spider. Well done by the Scourge team, and they actually, again, wasted quite a bit of time. Also, if you want to pull down the menu and quickly look, you can see the Scourge team overall a lot more EXP than the Sentinel, and that comes to be very important for like the Venge. He needs a high level swap. Beastmaster, you want to have a high level aura, but so far they're getting none of it. I think the early aggression and the aura strat that we saw did not come into fruition right now because they don't have the level. They did not get that successful early game that they were depending on, and now they're being completely sieged. And this tower not gonna be long for life. They do have the Ravage if they need to depend on anything, and they don't even care right now. They're clumping up like no one's business, but don't freaking care because the Sentinel's got no AoE. Shackle Shot hits Avenge right now. Tower does go down, and are they gonna be again taking it slow? Looks like they are gonna do so. The wars should be stacking up. But no, it looks like they're going to just keep backing up. I'm so very confused. There is going to be a BKB on the Broodmother, so maybe he's going to just wanting to finish this game right now. BKB pops, going on the Venomancer. No. Is that the Venomancer? No, Venomancer's on Scourge. What the hell am I saying? They killed the Lion, they killed the Venge, and then here comes the BKB. BKB actually doing quite so much damage on the Lycan, and then Broodmother in trouble. Broodmother's... No! What a Shackle Shot! The invisibility's gonna be there. Lycan goes down, trace his life for a Aegis on the Broodmother. We have the Syllabir gonna go down. Okay, this game's hard. Dota's a hard game because...
Syllabir is going down.
Syllabir just went down. You know what I think? Because Syllabir has the bear, but Beastmaster and Ladder has a bear too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a long stretch.
Yes, right.
Okay.
True.
With Syllabir dead on Sentinel, and also apparently Venomancer dead on Sentinel, they're gonna push top tower.
Rex are also dead. Like, I actually made up my mind, and you know what? I wouldn't have picked a Weaver. I would have rather, if I would have been in that exact situation, I would have picked the Chen.
Chen was banned.
And just what?
Chen was banned.
Chen was banned. Okay,
Yes.
then I would have picked the Furion. And I don't know, with all that auras and everything, I would have.
How would you lane it though?
Tried.
Cause that.
No lane top.
Oh, okay.
You know, hey, we had that strategy.
We
for
did.
some time.
You play against CSMJ Brew yet?
Oh, no, I
We're
didn't.
still waiting for that replay,
You
man.
know, I contacted him today on Skype, and he was like,
He dodged it,
"Nah,
right?
sorry, I'm not in top form at the moment. I don't feel like I could beat you." So
I
he's
agree,
he's
man.
he's he's, he's even saying I dodge.
Yeah, he dodged. I mean, these pro
Yeah.
players, they think they're good, but whenever you challenge them, they dodge. I think I challenged Demon at LAN once, and he dodged. He's like, "Oh man, I don't do 1v1." I'm like, you play solo mid for NYM? What do you mean you don't do 1v1? Don't give me that. And he just walked away. Dodgers. So man,
Well, so yeah.
yeah. So it's okay though.
Oh, we see a roar going on A, but oh, is he going to be fine? Oh, hey, Struan being popped. GG.
Nice
running off.
juke. Oh, how come he doesn't warn quick even in chicken form? Oh no, he was.
Yes, I was surprised as well. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I was just about to ask you.
Confused stuff.
Interesting.
Bling dagger.
Maybe it's no. Actually, no.
No, it
actually,
should be, but no
Yeah.
idea. Bling dagger up on the TIE Hunter Pipe Mecha on the Windrunner Utility Master. Vanguard on the Venomancer very smart because they know like what are you gonna do against the Venomancer? You're gonna try to swap and kill him, but Vanguard is gonna make it tough.
I actually,
Yeah, actually what?
actually, I don't expect them to defend that tower, so I can just talk about why I would have picked Furon. I really would have tried to go into a push strat and not into such a defensive strat, just so I could put, getting up the power threads and the Vlads very early at like 8 to 10 minutes, and then I would have tried to push with all the tower of the Furion being a good push hero, to together combined with all that gank power from the Rexar and the Venge. And well, I would have put the Lion in mid and the Beastmaster rather in down lane, and yes. But now we see actually initiation going on.
And now they're gonna focus on the Broodmother, but here comes the TIE Rav Venomancer. Oh, AAO. There's so much AOE damage. Brood's still at half HP, but here comes the lifesteal. No, the Broodmother actually ends up going down. The Weaver can't do anything right now. All the damage is doing is Sakuchi, which is 60. By the way, they're gonna focus down on the Lycan. The supports of the Scourge team can focus against both the Lycan and the Weaver. They're saying carries. Where are you at? Where you at? Oh, what a move by DD. Gonna kill the Weaver as well. And this tower is completely breached. ZSMJ no buyback because he doesn't need to. His 4 teammates, very well done. But still, Panda, pretty good focus fire. They were able to kill down ZSMJ. They recognized that was the biggest DPS source. Unfortunately, they lost everyone else. We do see ZSMJ. No, he did buy back. He's going to come in the mid lane right now. Lion is alive. The rest of the teammates aren't. And I think they're going to lose yet another Rex. And this is a quick GG.
Yes, quite a quick GG, 27 minutes, yes. But I think Panda has actually shown some good moves at least. As you said, they have been doing the right thing with their picks. Maybe they got outpicked a bit. I still feel like the Weaver was
I
really
agree
bad.
as well. Kind of outpicked.
But yes, I'm really looking forward to see more Panda games.
Yes.
I really do.
Panda as in the hero or Panda as the team? I gotta make sure.
Panda as in
I-
the Storm Spirit. What?
I
Oh.
wanna see the Earth Panda game because I missed that hero.
Yeah.
I think he's a really good hero. Any reason why you think he's never picked?
watch some. Go watch some. What was that? 6-7 or so.
Yeah, no, but why don't you think
he was
he's
the
not
one-
picked right now? He's a great pusher. Team fights excellently. Shuts down some
Fire
heroes.
Panda so weak. Fire Panda so weak.
NP.
Going down in 5 hits.
Micro that. No problem.
Yeah, drag your best damage source out of the fight.
No, man. You come on. You have a 6-second cyclone. You have a stun that comes off cooldown like every other second. It feels like it initiates how. Because once a panic blinks and claps you, you know what do? You GTFO or maybe you right click the fire panda. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
You right click the fire panda and you kill all of them.
You frostbite it. You know it's not even magic immune. That's the problem. You can just frostbite.
Doesn't it have resistance skin?
No. Well, maybe it has resistance skin, but oh, there's team fight going on.
No, forget the team fight. But Lycan actually doing quite a damage. Ravage is casted. Blast coming in, but this actually Lycan quite doing some damage. It's gonna focus down on the AA as well. AA quite tanky though. He has a Ghost Scepter.
Oh, the shackle
Yeah,
shot.
Lycan has to run out. Shackle Shot gets 2 hero. GG. And that's what you said. That's what we said about the Ghost Scepters. OP right now.
Yeah, and we've been talking about about Panda, right?
About Panda.
about resistance skin and about fire panda. No, actually, it's like it's impossible to kill a good maiden solo in the mid game. You go like you jump on her, you clap, and then she just frostbites your fire panda and runs away.
There's a
Well, you
stun.
might
There's a
stun, but
cyclone. Come on. Micro
when
that.
you when you cyclone her, then someone else will TP
And
in
then you
and just
dispel
kill
the
you after
cyclone and you
that.
stun her one more time. You can kill me. What are you
See?
talking about?
Oh
Just because
no.
715 Panda got no micro. But
Oh no, my hey, my panel is good, bro. I
okay.
will show at viewers game.
Viewers game. Okay. All right. Okay. Back to this Panda game. I think we pretty much said everything that we need to say. Panda team. I guess they have a good strat in mind. They did what they were capable to do with their lineup. But overall, I felt like it was a little bit outpicked. This Broodmother just got too strong. Look at the time and look at his inventory, and he bought back one. So keep that in mind. He's very farm, and yeah, I think the Weaver was a weak pick as well. But aside from that, I don't have anything else to say. 7-5. Are we done or?
We are done.
We are done. Hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. Again, viewers game this Saturday on the 24th, and FAQ. If you have questions that you see everyone else asking and you're curious, go ask me and put it in the comment section below. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this game. As always, this is 715 and Luminous signing off. GG guys.